Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the Aquariuses out there from March 4th through March 10th. I hope that all of you are having an amazing day so far, and I would like to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be at 32 subscribers. I didn't even think I was going to have this much, to be honest, but that's the thing. When you go into life with an open mind, you never know what can happen. And that's what I love about life, is that when you learn to really go with the flow, you actually realize that you even get even more things than you ever thought you can receive. It's because you don't put limitations on how the universe brings blessings into your life, which I think is so important. So many times we put emphasis on being with one certain person or being at one certain job that we limit ourselves, and we wonder why things don't happen a certain way, because you're not going into life in an open mind to even the universe is unlimited. There's so many possibilities. So why limit yourself, you know? And I just want to say also, and like I do in all my videos, thank you to those who even stop by to watch my videos. I want to thank you as well. And also as a disclaimer that if this reading does not resonate, that's okay. Maybe it will for another day. Also, Uranus is moving into Taurus. This is very important for you guys because it's affecting mostly all the fixed signs, which is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and I forget what the other fixed sign is. I really forget what the other fixed sign is. But either way, all the fixed signs are going through massive change right now. And if you know how to check where Uranus is in your chart, I would highly suggest you do that, because this is where, if you don't know, for example, and a whole bunch of changes to start taking place, then most likely that's Uranus. Depending on where he is in your house, that's where you're going to experience it at. Also, Mercury is retrograding. I'll also look at where he's retrograding in your house as well, because this is where you're going to go into deep reflection about areas concerning that house that Mercury is in. So let's see what's going on for you guys for March 4th through March 10th. We have the 10 of Wands. So I feel like this energy could feel a bit of a burden to you. With Uranus moving, bringing unpredictable changes, as well as Mercury got you all in your feelings, because you guys don't really like to dive into emotions that much. You guys like to just be light and free. But however, I feel like there's things in your life that has been weighing you down. And to be honest, if that's the case, Uranus is going to get it out. If you have been scared to make a decision, knowing that's the right decision, you still holding on to somebody you know that it's not going to work out, then, I mean, it's us that causes our own pain, to be honest. When we just let people, places, and things go when they have served their time in our lives, we could save a lot of time and trauma. But it's us being so fixated, like I was saying, you guys know this because you guys are a fixed sign, that when you're fixated on a certain thing, at the time it may have brought you abundance and happiness, but you have to learn the difference when it's time to let things go, and not feel that you're feeling burdened because you're still holding on to things that you should have let go. And this leads us to the Four of Swords. You're thinking about this. It ties into Mercury retrograde. This is deep introspection. Maybe you're meditating. You're really sitting on what is going on in your life. Like, what the heck? Like, all these things are going on. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling burdened. Like, let me just sit by myself and figure out, am I living my life the best I can be? Am I really doing everything that I can to make my life better? Am I doing everything I can to heal these wounds that I have? Am I doing my best to go back in memories that I don't even want to think about to heal? That comes from relationships, friendships, anything that has caused you trauma. See, people think that because they physically moved away from situations that you're over it. You ever seen people who like date the same people over and over and over again, and they had that same quality? Like, the relationship always ends the same way and they go with a whole different person and then it ends the same way. Sorry, it's kind of freezing a bit because I'm uploading another video in the background as well. But that's a sign to you that you physically moved on, but that energy is still in your body, and you're attracting those same people on that same frequency because it's something inside of you that is not healed, and you're trying to look for it in other people. And maybe that's what you're thinking about. The people you're around, are they really the best interest? Or what's going on inside of you to manifest these people? That could be the same thing, like, dang, why I always manifest people to do me wrong? Or dang, why I always manifest people that lie to me? Look at how people treat you because they're a reflection of how you treat yourself. Your partner is your biggest reflection of yourself and your friends. Your friends and the people you're around the most say a lot about you. So if you're around a lot of people that be lying and scheming, then that says something about you, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be around people that's lying and cheating and scheming. So I feel that you guys are really starting to put a boundary up between who you truly are and are you having the right people that's in alignment with you. And I speak for experience. Like, okay, I use me for example. I'm an Aquarius moon. I have the moon in the 7th house. I went through so many relationships that ended the same exact way. Like from my first relationship to about the relationship before I'm with my fiance now for the past 3 years have ended the same way. It was like same crap, different day, like different person. And I was like, yo, why I keep manifesting this? And once I said to myself, let me be alone. I was that person that always wanted a relationship. I could not stay single. I really didn't. For example, I was with someone for 3 years, my first relationship. Like, and then for like one part of the year, it was kind of undecided. And then right after I ended that, I hopped right into another relationship, which lasted 2 months. And then a month after that, I got into another relationship where I lasted a year. And then I got into another relationship. I'm cracking up about this now. But I was freaking crazy. And I wonder why I came into this relationship with so much freaking trauma. And then I was engaged for 3.5 years later down the line, from like 2012 to like 2014. Then I got into another relationship. But see, here's the thing. With that relationship, it was with an Aquarius. And he gave me the biggest gift because he actually was never really around me. And it gave me time during those 8 months to heal. It hurt me because I was used to always being under somebody. I was used to just... Because when your moon is in the 7th house, you can't help but gravitate towards relationships. That's why if you see for the people that know who my exes are, they're all different from the next. They all look different. That's the thing. I loved relationships, but I got in relationships with people that was a different individual from the last person. But they had the same energy. So once I took that break, like the 4 of Swords, after I got out my last relationship for this one, I said, I'm taking a break. I'm not being with nobody. I'm being by myself because I need to figure out what wounds inside of me is causing these people to do me like this. Let me tell you, 3 weeks into that, after that breakup, the boyfriend my fiance, I'm used to saying boyfriend, but he messaged me because we worked together. That's how we met. But I did it different this time. I slowed my roll. I got to know him. I got to see who was his friends. His friends are actually pretty cool. So I was like, let me see what kind of friends he around. Alright, his friends mind his business. They work, they respect women. Okay. Because I started to realize how crucial that was. Because I met his friends before I actually met him. And he has some of my friends, like my old high school friends. And that brought me so much clarity of why. You can't keep running after people, man. You cannot. But also, Aquarius is what they can do is they can run away from people. So you have 2 different Aquariuses. People who be all over the place when it comes to people, or Aquariuses that completely avoid people because of their wounds. So either way, I feel that all that's coming to the forefront. I just wanted to share a story about myself to kind of tie into this as well, of my experiences with this energy. And we have the Hangman, Pisces. This is Mercury retrograde in Pisces. You guys are going through an enlightenment period. If you feel your life is moving slow, it's for a reason. The universe is trying to sit you down somewhere and be like, you need to just stay still. You need to stop running everywhere and doing everything and figure out who you are first. Figure out, have you healed from a lot of things that happen to you? Do you know why you want the things you want? Do you know why you want to go after that career of that person? Do you know? Like, do you know? I feel is the theme here is what I'm trying to say. Because if you won't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. And it goes through going through those uncomfortable moments of that person breaking your heart, of you not having a father. All this stuff manifests into your life decisions that you make today. And the universe is trying to help you realize that, I feel. Because the universe is like, we don't like you to feel burdened. We're just trying to enlighten you. We know that you may not like emotions like that all the time, but there's things you need to look inside of you because they need to be cleared. And here's the Seven of Pentacles. You're managing, but you're not, if that makes sense. It's like just getting by. It's like when you work a job, right? A 9 to 5, and you have just enough money. You have just enough to pay your bills, your car note, and everything. But when it comes to you doing what you love, you got this. Your bank account is looking dry as this plant. I'm not laughing at that. But I'm just laughing at because that's pretty dry. But it's true. I worked a 9 to 5, so I know how it go. It's like you're managing, but you're just surviving, and I think you're realizing that. Am I truly living? And that's what I think is enlightening you this week. How you have just been surviving by just doing default things, and how it's got you up to this far, but now it's starting to hinder you. It could be your thinking. Your wounds are starting to crumble everything you have built because it's time to throw the whole plan away because it's no point. It's already halfway dead. It's time to let it go. So let's see why the 10 of Wands is here. We have the Page of Rods. Ten of Wands twice. So you guys are feeling twice the burden. You got the 10 of Wands twice with the Page of Rods. Like I was saying, you guys cannot go forward unless you know where you've been at. Because you guys are just going to see your new beginnings as another burden. You know how you already stressed out and then you think about how getting out of the situation makes you stressed out? That's what this is. It's like, I know I'm stressed out. I know I got a lot on my plate. Let me look at something how I can get out of this. Wait a minute, that's even more work. I feel like that's twice as work. So maybe I should just stay where I'm at. But however, it's like you're in a stalemate. That's probably why the Hangman is here. The universe cannot allow you to move forward until you realize what's going on. Until you realize why you want the things you want. Why are you making the decisions that you're making? Because you're not going to see the new beginning clearly. You're going to see it as a burden. Or you're not going to be able to seize the opportunity because you're coming with so much baggage. To see 10 of Wands is baggage too. Let's see why the 4 of Swords is here. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. Ooh. We have the Lovers here. Sis was what... Some of y'all be trying to hold on to people that y'all love, but it's not. It's this. It's something about the partners you are choosing that you're holding on to. A certain type you have too. I speak for example. I used to have a certain type back in the day. My type of dude used to be a street dude. I'm not gonna lie. You know, a couple of my boyfriends was real street. Some of them, you know, was in affiliations a bit. You know, I ain't gonna say all that, but you know, I ain't gonna say what affiliation. But anyway, it was the certain, I don't know, that looked like masculinity to me. And when I grew up in Camden, so this was all these types of dudes. So by default, I was interested because that's what I was around. I looked at it as like, wow, this guy is strong. You know, he has swag. He has, you know, he's outspoken. You know, it's a certain Rico Suave. You know what I'm saying? And I realized it was my type that got me heartbroken. My fiance now is like the oddball compared to my exes. Like he is in his own whole other lane. But it was me changing my dating choices. So maybe you're realizing why you love the people you love. This could just be friendships. This is deep bonds with someone. I don't, with the lovers, I'd use it as friendship, whatever. But it's something that you're holding on to, an ideal of people that you around or that you attract that is holding you back. There's certain people in your life. It could be your own partner. It could be people that's your friends. That's something that you're holding on too tightly to. And you're thinking about that. You're thinking, why do I want the people I want? Why do I keep attracting the same type of energy, even though it's a different person? See, people think when they move on to just because it's a different person, that it's going to be different. No. If you keep going after your same type, that's insanity. That's doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And you guys are opening your mind to that. Because I get it. I'm Aquarius moon. That's one thing I was fixed on. When I had a type, it was a certain type. But then I had to realize that it was my type of dudes. And now I don't even like those type of guys no more. I get repulsed. I really do. I just be like, ugh. But it's like a certain energy signature they have. I just don't even bother. And I'm glad because I had to grow up. I had to realize that my own thinking has caused my own heartbreaks. And I feel you guys are realizing that as well. So let's see why the Hangman is here. We have the King of Swords, the Aquarius card, actually. King of Pentacles. You guys are bossing up. In this enlightenment period, you guys are making better decisions. I feel this Mercury retrograde is going to help you realize how to communicate your truth and be who you truly are so you can actually manifest. So that's great. I love that energy. So this is helping you to realize how you have been your own worst enemy. And we all do that. We feel that people, places, and things, they're only a representation, a physical representation of our thoughts. So if we already feel blocked, we're going to come across people that block us. But what do? We be like, oh, this person's hating. Or some people do hate. Now, I'm not saying that. But you got to learn the difference. Some people are really there to show you how you block yourself. So when you unlock your blocks, you notice life goes smoothly. So if you hit a roadblock or you feel the 10 of rods, that means something you're doing isn't working anymore. And you guys are realizing that, and you guys are communicating in a more mature way, and you guys are really manning or warming up to who you are through this period of enlightenment in Pisces season. Oh yes, it's Pisces season on top of that. So, the new moon is going to be in Pisces on the 6th, so a lot of Pisces energy. It's helping us get in tune to who we really are, and the King of Swords is your card. So you guys are getting in tune to who you really are. So you can manifest the wealth that's here waiting for you, Aquarius. That's the whole thing. Everything you want is here. But you have to be a different person. Like, you have to be you. Like, you as a soul, without the trauma. Who you are if you never got your heart broken? Who would you be if you didn't have that household you did? You can't change the past, but what you can do is make a change for the present. And do things that encourage you. Like, be around people that encourage you to be who you truly are. Maybe you're around people you don't feel you could be yourself. Maybe that's another reason. I feel you're starting to really start to realize that people around you is kind of, that could be a burden that's weighing you down. Like, wow, I don't really resonate with y'all. Like, I can't be myself. I'm not feeling this no more, so I'm going to go because I want to manifest what's best for me. That's great. So let's see why the Seven of Pentacles is here. We have the Queen of Rods here. And we have the Knight of Rods. So I feel that with the Seven of Pentacles, thinking about what to give up, it's because you're also tapping into a feminine side as well. It's your passions, your creativity. What makes your heart beat, Aquarius? What makes you just so passionate? And put it into something productive. And also with the Knight of Rods, this is a step up from the Page of Rods. So once you give up in a way or let go of ideas and thoughts and physical things in your reality that no longer serves you, you're able to be more in the creative energy, which is even better because that's how you manifest. So I feel this is just cleaning up house for you guys, choosing what works for you, what doesn't, tapping into who you really are, letting go of these roadblocks, letting go of your ideas of partners, because maybe that's what's been causing you. You have been breaking your own heart, as I use my example, how I was. So this is still a great reading. You know, we're all going through different things where we need to clear out the old trauma so we can finally move forward into the abundance that we came here to build. So I'll catch you guys next week.